This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Steve Irvin with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. The race for a COVID vaccine now becoming more realistic. Governor Ducey tweeting doses could be in our state by mid to late December. He shared that news with this photo during the latest governor's briefing with members of Operation Warp Speed. This as we report more new COVID cases. We're now seeing the average we saw in late June, early July, the very peak of our cases. Arizona now passing more than 300,000 COVID cases overall. More than 2,600 just added today. Our death toll climbing to 6,400. And Arizona's percent positivity rate is above 10% today. Airports seeing a lot of traffic despite the CDC's recommendation not to travel for Thanksgiving. At Sky Harbor today, COVID-19 testing is now available at Terminal 4. It's available Thursdays through Monday. You don't need an appointment. It takes about 20 minutes. If you are traveling, Sky Harbor reminding you to arrive up to 2 hours before your flight. Masks are required throughout the airport. And if you depend on the SkyTrain at the airport, keep in mind they are limiting the number of passengers. Rising coronavirus numbers also forcing thousands of students back into remote learning this week. Starting today, several districts, including Paradise Valley Unified, Baltz, Washington, Buckeye Elementary, and the Buckeye Union High School District, making the switch for the rest of the semester. And more districts could make that decision in the coming days. Tonight, Scottsdale Unified is talking about their virtual options. You can track the latest changes at abc15.com/schools. Parents across Arizona overwhelmed and frustrated with the second round of remote learning. Several families talking with ABC 15's Danielle Lerner today, sharing ways they're making it work. Consistency, structure, and routine were key takeaways, along with accepting this new reality.
Just took it day by day, honestly, sometimes hour by hour.
I know that the realistic thing is that we just need to stay home and do our part to get these numbers to go down.
Organizations like the Boys and Girls Club and Valley of the Sun YMCA are working with districts to provide supervised learning spaces for students going back to virtual instruction. ASU and GCU are also offering free homework help. Over the weekend, 800 youth sports teams played in Maricopa County. Despite the rising numbers, gatherings of 50 people or more are prohibited by the state. So how's it happening? In Glendale alone, 13 softball teams received city approval to play. That's because the city's Parks and Rec Department approved the use of the fields after the city council reopened parks. One softball director who has hosted dozens of tournaments since June says health precautions are taken very seriously, and it shows.
Not a single participant, whether it be a player, a coach, a spectator, an umpire, my staff, myself, has contracted the COVID-19. We've not tested positive.
In Phoenix, 4 facilities held events that were approved by the city's Parks and Recreation Department. Mayor Kate Gallego's office telling ABC 15 that the mayor shares the concerns of health officials and some of the public about the possible health risk of these tournaments. Arizona food banks have been seeing a record need ahead of the holidays. These are images from the drive-through food box distribution this morning at St. Mary's in Phoenix. According to the president of the Arizona Food Bank Network, there's been a 16% increase in demand during the pandemic. Half of the families getting help came to food banks for the first time. We spoke to a single mother in Mesa who was furloughed for a few months in the summer. She went to United Food Bank for help, and though she is working again, she's still waiting on some unemployment insurance and doing her best just to stay afloat.
I pay for medication for both me and my daughter every month and stuff like that, so I've had to really juggle and find out what's a priority and what can wait.
Food bank leaders expect to see continued record demand in 2021. They say there's enough food, but they will need more volunteers.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. Winds picking up, clouds moving through, and tonight, the next storm system we're tracking could even bring a little bit of snow to northern Arizona. Here's a look at Futurecast. Just a slight chance above 6,000 feet for a few snow showers tonight, less than an inch expected. And as we look at tomorrow, we'll clear those skies out and see temperatures drop about 5 to 10 degrees across the state. For Phoenix, it's down to 71 tomorrow. Sedona at 60 and highs along the rim in the upper upper 40s to low 50s. Here in the Valley, we'll start the day out in the upper 40s to low 50s and end up in the mid 60s by lunchtime before those 70s kick in the afternoon. And we'll keep low 70s around through Thanksgiving, too. A high of 71 degrees on Thursday. And the next storm system coming in will drop us down to 66 on Friday. We'll spend the weekend in the 70s under mostly sunny skies.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.